With the modern day advent of streaming music online, it's very common for small underground artists not tied to a label to make a following. And with streaming services paying artists the equivalent of literal peanuts, merchandising has become a more efficient way for bands and artists to make money. There's a lot of good merch, a lot of bad merch, and a lot of questionable merch out there, and today I'm going to go over some notable examples. The most popular form of music merch is without a doubt shirts. There's a very good chance that you own a shirt of a band you like or a band you don't even know because you thought the shirt looked cool. And I won't judge you if you do. There's a lot of genuinely cool looking band shirts out there. But you gotta be careful because there is a very thin line between cool and cringe. Cringe! For example, logos. Logos can be extremely tacky if not stylized. Man, I am sick of seeing bare ass logos like AC/DC, the Nirvana smiley, Red Hot Chili Peppers, and God forbid that awful Rolling Stones mouth. I can't take these seriously anymore. These are some AJ Soprano ass shirts.
Video games, all kinds of scooters and bicycles. Columbia University, and for what? To come up to this? Cringe.
And if your logo is just generic text, you better think of something clever. Because why would you wear this? First of all, you're out in public wearing a Weezer shirt, which means that you actually like them to some degree. And secondly, it's not even a design or anything, it just says Weezer.
Oh my god, it's Weezer!
And as for this shirt, might as well just say I unironically want a dominant girlfriend to piss in my mouth. Now these are ugly in their own right, but I think it's time we talked about some true deformities. I'm talking shirts with designs that are too big and too complicated. A Day to Remember has a lot of these. They're all 2D kind of graffiti style illustrations that use a lot of third party characters, like this famous one of Pac-Man off the Perks beating up the Ghost. Or the opposite one where Pac-Man gets his shit rocked. Hey, wait a second now, that's the Donkey Kong font, you fuck! And of course there's Mario, the band members of Simpsons characters, the meme of Arthur's fist. Cringe! Now these are just way too busy and ugly looking to be on a t-shirt. But I do actually like these illustrations, man. If they were posters, I'd be filling my room with these like a goon cave. Avenged Sevenfold is another one of the cases of big, complex illustrations, but now you have the added perk of whenever you walk in a room, the Bad to the Bone riff plays. Mastodon's infamous Thanksgiving t-shirt. This was released on Thanksgiving of 2013 and very quickly taken off their store after a bunch of backlash. I don't get it though, there's like nothing wrong with it, right? Like, I just don't get it. Honestly, the most offensive thing about it is the color scheme. Work safety neon, perfect for my next salvia trip where I'd wander off onto the highway. And now for all the disgusting death metal, black metal, gore grind, etc. t-shirts. Of course, a genre that prides themselves off of being brutal and vulgar are going to have vulgar designs, but I swear to God, if you wear any of these in public, I hate you. What makes you think anyone would want to see that? The people who wear these are the same type of people who fart in a car and roll up the window. Much like how I don't want to smell your fucking fart, I don't want to see what the well-adjusted people over at Parasitic Ejaculation have cooked up for merch. And to all the wonderful parents who named their kid after a Marvel or video game character, may I interest you in these hilarious Metallica onesies? Little horseman, metal up your booty. Aww, spill 'em all. That's my little guy. I will push my hobbies onto my kid. I will make them grow up with the same things I did. I will not let them develop a personality other than my own. I guess it really doesn't matter that much. Toddlers aren't exactly conscious anyways. Real jokes on the parents for spending extra money on this shit. I've talked a lot about rock and metal merch, but trust me, no genre is safe from questionable merch. Rap and hip hop suffer from the same problems, but we open up a new rabbit hole of rapper-owned clothing brands.
Yeezy season approaching.
There's a lot of them, like Andre 3000's Benjamin Bixby line, if you want a hint of Cockney Orphan in your wardrobe. Or Woo Wear, an older brand of streetwear started by the Beatnuts. But if you haven't grown out of the early 2010s, you can check out Pharrell's brand, Billionaire Boy Club. Are we talking about clothes here or that one island? This unsuspecting puffer jacket will only cost you. Okay, I know designer clothes are a bit different in terms of price representing presentation, but this literally looks like a Glad garbage bag with a foreskin. I get it, I'm poor. I wouldn't understand the importance of this logo being on a normal ass t-shirt, but this one is just a pair of jeans. And who doesn't love to shit on Drake? Let's look at his clothing brand, October's very own. If I understand correctly, the point of having expensive clothes is to show it off, so why are a majority of these just normal ass clothes? Like the logo is on the tag and that's it. It would be a shame if that logo got covered up by, I don't know, your fucking neck. And this is just a $200 Bart hoodie. I've talked too much about apparel and the weird clothing you can buy, so let's move away from that and get on to the trinkets.
My trinkets. Another box for my trinkets. What's going on? It's trinkets.
Super 7 makes a lot of these action figures based off of musicians and mascots from bands. And these are how you do collectible figures. I mean, the figures look alright for the most part, and it's not super detailed, but I can see there's a lot of points of articulation, so you can play and make adventures with them to your little heart's content. But let's face it, these are not coming out of the package. These are made to rot on your shelf for the rest of eternity, because the packaging is the real star of the show. These look insane when they're still in the package. The art is stylized to represent the respective artist. I really like the Czarface ones, they look straight out of a comic book. A lot of them are made to look like an album cover, and some of them the shape of the packaging even changes. Like this old dirty bastard one where it comes as his ID. But I think the coolest looking action figures are from a line called Trap Toys. Now these are bootleg figures made in extremely low quantities. We're talking like less than 100 get made. They're all rappers with some sort of pop culture crossover. You got MF Doom and Duff Man,
Family Guy,
Nosferatu, Easy E is Easy He, Man, Robo Pac, and wait, is that Brand Gibbs? The Bone Thugs and Harmony one is my favorite. Just look at it. This shit is awesome. Sure as hell beats the official action figure. It's just a damn bone. Speaking of bad figurines, and I'm sorry for picking on the low-hanging fruit, but I gotta mention the king of unwanted gifts, the shelf-warming sensation, the landfill legacy, Funko Pops.
It's a piece of fucking plastic.
Yeah, they're ugly, they're overproduced, insert bouncing soy jack here. But really the worst part of Funko Pops is that somehow they have a license to everything ever made since the creation of man, and they choose to have the shittiest art style ever. Now obviously they don't stop at pop culture, there's a ton of musicians and bands getting pop figures, and to their credit, it is cool that they give every band member a figure. Bet the fucking bass player from Soundgarden never thought that he would get a figure, even if it looks a little shit.
The fuck? What kind of likeness is that?
Oh my lord, you better get that thing away from me. There is one pop figure that I actually really like, and it's the figure of the Gundam on Linkin Park's Reanimation cover. It's a shame this isn't an actual model kit you can buy. That would be sick as hell. But wait, for some unknown reason, Linkin Park actually has an officially licensed Gun PLA model, and it's not the one on the Reanimation cover, it's just a recolor of a GP01. Enough of this toddler shit. Toys? I'm a man with a job. I don't got time to play with these toys made for betas. I only have time to wake up and make my morning cup of joe. I will not go to that snowflake Starbucks, that transgender Tim Hortons, and I will most certainly not go to that Democrat Dunkin'. But I am getting kind of bored of my normal coffee. Maybe I should try the corn coffee, or the Kiss coffee, or the Coheed and Cambria coffee, or the Green Day coffee, or the Megadeth coffee, or the Lamb of God coffee. or the Judas Priest coffee, or the Metallica coffee, or the Clutch coffee, or the 9 Inch Nails coffee, or Fleetwood Mac coffee, or Behemoth coffee, or Mastodon or Rob Zombie coffee, or War coffee, or Aerosmith coffee, Anthrax coffee, or Styx coffee, Twisted Sister or coffee, Cannibal Corpse coffee, or Slipknot coffee, or Municipal Waste, or Five Finger Death Punch coffee, Motorhead coffee. What's with all the damn coffee? No, seriously, I don't know. Is this just something that happens when your band is 20 years past its prime? You just make a fucking coffee brand? Well, some of these are actual coffee brands made by the band members. A few of them are just collaborations with pre-existing ones. For example, Dark Matter Coffee kinda specializes in this stuff, doing collaborations with musical artists and collaborations in general.
Cringe.
But it's just the same damn coffee. You had the Metallica coffee, guess what? You also had the Anthrax coffee. I see all this coffee nonsense the same way I see something like Black Rifle Company coffee. Regular coffee is feminine as fuck. My testosterone is declining with age, so I can't drink that sissy boy kisser blend. I only drink coffee that's got an AR-15 on it. But since Black Rifle coffee actually benefits veterans, I think these coffees should benefit people who got bullied for their music taste in high school. We suffer just as bad, okay? Maybe the hustle lifestyle ain't your thing. You don't want to wake up early, and instead of coffee, you prefer a different substance in the morning. I'm talking that hash, that rutabaga, that icky sticky gorilla fingy. Then may I direct your attention to the official Deftones weed and edible box. Now you can be a double loser, smoking weed all day and listening to Deftones, wondering why you still got no bitches. Maybe it's a good thing you can only buy this in California. I heard one hit of that stuff and you grow frosted tips and all your clothes become Adidas brand. Let's say your love for music goes beyond just shirts or figures or coffee, and not even a Deftones laced blunt is enough. You want to get intimate with your music.
It's big, scary, and pink!
If you want to ensure that you never reach the pearly gates, the band Ghost is selling their lead character, Papa Emeritus, as a 7-inch adult toy. With butt plug.
This shit will have you screaming and hollering.
You know, the men's mental health movement is such bullshit because nobody wants to man up and talk about the real causes of depression. It's because 80% of us are outclassed by fucking Papa Emeritus. And if you're one real horny bastard, you can check out Rammstein's entire 6-piece dildo set with handcuffs and lubricant. To be fair, this is more fitting than Ghost, since this is coming from a band that literally shoots ropes all over their audience.
I'm about to blow.
But the price is a little steep, honestly. We're talking $1,400 used? Motorhead further proves that anything is a dildo if you're brave enough with these toys shaped like atomic bombs. And Gwar has this awful thing that looks like something from Cruelty Squad. However, if women aren't really your thing or you're Scottish, NoFX has got your back, because to coincide with the release of their album Heavy Petting Zoo, they made a promotional blow-up sex doll of a sheep. And of course, a Redditor was the one to actually fuck the sheep and live to tell the tale. According to them, if anyone has a NoFX fuck you, please be advised that there are plastic seams all around the hole. If you stick your dick in there, there's frayed plastic that can hurt and even scrape your shaft, like fine paper cuts. I'm not sure what a viable fix for this would be. I simply fucked mine and tossed it in the trash. The experience overall was mixed. I mean, I still came, but it wasn't all that pleasant. Sounds like he should have protected himself, perhaps with some Kiss condoms. This is funny because when I hear the term Kiss condoms, I don't think of clean, safe missionary sex in a bedroom.
Yep.
I think of dirty biker sex in an unclean bar bathroom bent over a moldy sink. And maybe your battle with the HIV you get from expired Kiss condoms will be unsuccessful. To illustrate your love for Kiss and the trust you put into them to protect you from the crack whore that you picked up at the bar, get buried in the Kiss casket. Well, it may be too late for them now. They really should have cleaned their genitals, and what a better way to do that than the Bussy Boy Bar Soap by Azalea Banks. Okay, so it's soap meant exclusively to go on your bussy. Bussy, no, it's meant to go on your ass. You may be thinking, Why should I buy this instead of just a normal ass bar of Irish Spring soap? That's because not only does it clean your bussy, it bleaches it and tightens the skin. The word bussy is not written once in the Bible. I mean, it's a 3-in-1 deal, man. It's pretty good, you know. Everyone deserves to have a bright, clean bussy. Thing is, people actually really like this stuff. There's even one for the ladies, for their girl bussy. People say it smells nice and there's a, quote, tingling sensation when you use it. Maybe I should try it. Well, I think we've gone too far. There is a ton of more weird garbage made by musicians out there, and I've merely scratched the surface. But if I did learn something, it's that people will buy literally anything. And that's why for my first official piece of merch, I'm going all out. No stickers, no shirts, no tacky garbage. I'm selling something with some real personal value here. Something that has not been done before. I'm selling my house. Now my whole house, I've pulled some bricks from the foundation. 700 of them. This is gonna make headlines, people. No YouTuber or musician or anyone has done something as insane as selling 700 bricks from their childhood house. God damn it.